Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. If you guys are new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Vanessa, and if you guys are not new here and you're already subscribed, hello and thank you guys for coming back. Today we're going to be talking about a new topic here on my channel. I was thinking that I can do a whole new series here talking about the world of influencers. It is so much to talk about. It's always changing, and I don't know why I've never really talked about it, but I thought since it is a huge world, and since I myself am an influencer here on YouTube, I've done influencer campaigns on Instagram before, I've worked with influencers within my business. So if you guys have a hair care line, a skincare line, a fashion brand, and really any type of business, this can really probably apply to anything. But if you guys have any of those type of brands, or you're interested in learning about this type of business, if you're interested in starting your own hair care line or skincare brand or cosmetic brand or anything in that type of industry, then make sure that you guys subscribe to my channel, because I talk all about that here on this channel. Make sure you check out the Boss Queen playlist, which will be down below in the description, as well as at the end of this video, so you guys can learn more all about this type of business, and you guys can learn from me on how to start your own beauty brand. All right, so today for this first video of this series, I'm going to be talking to you guys about how to find influencers to work with you and your brand. Okay, so there's so much to this, and that's why I thought I would do just quick videos and break it up into parts so that you guys don't have to sit here and hear me ramble. Okay, so I'm actually going to show you guys in my phone how you guys can find influencers to work for your brand. And if you guys are interested and you guys have a specific topic or a question when it comes to working with influencers, make sure you guys ask the question down below in the description, because I will be doing a Q&A video very soon. I think it's time to do one. We just hit 15,000 subscribers. Yes, and so my goal is to hit 20 by the end of this year. So if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, why aren't you? Please, let's take a minute. Do it for me, please. Help me reach my goal, and then we can just keep going on with this video. Okay, so like I said, we will be doing a Q&A to celebrate the 15,000 subscribers, and on that Q&A video I will be doing a giveaway. So make sure that you guys head over to my Instagram. Here I will be showing you guys on the screen as well, and you guys can follow me. You guys can send me questions through my Instagram, or you guys can comment them here on my channel, and I will do a Q&A video with you guys. Okay, so enough rambling, let's get into my phone, and I'm going to show you guys how you can find these influencers to work for your brand. Also, I also wanted to throw out here that this strategy is only also for looking for influencers on Instagram. You guys know, if you didn't know, you guys can find influencers all over. You can find influencers on Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, blog posts, local model groups. So there's so many places where you guys can find influencers and models for your brand. But this video is strictly going to be about how to find influencers to work for your brand through Instagram. Okay, so you guys have to make sure you're subscribed to this series, and that's why I'm doing short videos, so that I can give you guys as much information as possible and share with you guys my experience with working with models in different areas, because I've actually worked with models, live models for my brand here by finding people through local modeling groups. So these are more things I'm going to share with you guys throughout the series. So you guys have, I just wanted to put that out there before we moved into my phone, because I think that's important that you guys know that Instagram is not just the only place where you can find influencers and models and ambassadors for your brand. Okay, so that's my little disclaimer. Today we're only talking about Instagram, because Instagram is enough for today, and you guys have to make sure you subscribe so you guys can see the rest and learn more about working with influencers and different platforms. Okay, so let's just get into my phone. See here on the screen inside of my Instagram, here is my profile, so make sure you guys go and follow me. But I'm going to show you guys how you're going to find these influencers to be able to work with your brand. Okay, and so if you guys, I'm going to be showing you, because I have a hair care line today, but if you have any other business, skincare, cosmetics, or apparel, the same tactics, same ideas, everything, you can use the same across the board. All right, so we are going to start in here in Instagram. So I have a hair care line. So if I'm trying to look for an influencer that I want to promote for my hair care line, then the first thing I like to do is go to a big hair care brand. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about how you guys can find micro influencers. So these are influencers that don't have a lot of followers, and I'll put a little grid, little breakdown right here on the screen, so you guys can really get an idea of the different type of influencers. There's like micro influencers who don't have a lot of followers, and we have those influencers that really do have a lot of followers. So I'm going to kind of show you guys how you guys can find influencers within all of these, and later in the series I'm going to talk to you guys actually about my experience working with micro influencers and larger influencers, and how you guys can navigate navigate the whole influencer world. Okay, so it's a whole lot, and I promise I'm gonna teach you guys all that I know. All right, so going to a big brand, we are going to go to, so moving on, we are gonna go and search for a large hair care brand. Okay, so I'm gonna start with, we're gonna just go to Shea Moisture. Okay, everybody knows them. We'll go to Shea Moisture, and as you guys can see on the little, at the right, on the right hand side, there's like a little arrow pointing down. You are gonna click that, and then when this comes down, you're gonna be able to see all of the different brands that are similar to that. Okay, so just remember that it's not an influencer, but it's a brand. Just remember why I'm going to tell you that. Okay, so what I like to do is when it comes to following these or finding these influencers, I'll go to big brands that I know as well as other small brands that I know and do the same tactic. I will go into who they are following. So most of the time, brands, especially big brands, they're only following influencers that they've worked with in the past. And you most likely might want to work with an influencer who has worked with other brands in the past, right? Because they kind of have an idea of how it works, and they know what to expect, and they know what to deliver. So that's why I like going to other people's accounts and seeing who they're following. As you guys can see, I'm going in there and I'm going to be able to see all of the people that they're following. Most of the time, the top 10 to 20 accounts, you guys can already see it on the screen, but the top 20 accounts that are going to show up that they're following are going to be larger influencers. So you can see I'm already following about 4 of them, but if you keep scrolling down, a lot of the other accounts that you will see most likely most of the time look like influencer accounts or people like that. So we're going to go to somebody, you see I saw somebody here and followed them. We're going to go to their page, okay? So I was going into Shea Moisture's who they're following account because they probably worked with this influencer before and they're following them. So I went to their page and simply decided that I was going to go to their page just by their profile picture. And you can also see most of the time in influencers like description, it'll say model, host, ambassador, influencer, content creator. So it'll kind of help you out. And you can also search, I mean, besides doing this, the reason why I'm not saying go to the search bar and search content creator or hair influencers, because you want to find people who aren't necessarily new, but you want to find people who have worked with brands. Let's just kind of get straight to the point, if you know what I mean. So that's why I'm showing you this strategy. This is only one, and later on in this series, I'll show you guys other ways, all right? So if you guys go to her page, you guys can obviously see that she isn't an influencer. So you can decide to, one, save her. She has 38,000 followers. So as you guys can see on the grid, she's not really like she's not a micro influencer, but she's not like top tier influencer. So she's somebody like I would actually reach out to because she has between 20 and 50,000 subscribers. And we'll talk later in the series about the range of subscribers that you guys, or the range of followers you guys would want to work with when it comes to your influencers when you're starting your business. But she's definitely somebody that I would want to work with. So what I like to do is, just a little tip is, I would save a photo that really, you know, just like is going to make me remember her and be like, oh, this is the reason why I want her to be an influencer for my brand. So I would just like go through, and obviously you want to see who these influencers are, check their engagement. We'll talk more about it. But like this photo, I'm going to be like, I remember this is why I wanted her to be an influencer for my brand. And I will click this button and I will click save to collection, okay? And then I will create a collection and it'll say influencers. And the reason why I do this, later we'll talk about it, is because my assistant and me will kind of keep track of influencers that we want to work with. And so if I'm keeping a collection of influencers I want to work with, it's just going to be easy for us to communicate and find them later. So I will just say done and boom, okay? So after you found them, we're going to talk in the next video about what you're going to send them and how you're going to entice them in order to bring them onto your team. But you already found one, you saved them to your collection so that you can reach out to them later. Now, how do you find more similar to this account? Okay, so again, just like I showed you guys earlier about the brands, when you press the arrow button, if you press the drop down button for the influencer, you will also see similar accounts to her. So when you click on them, you'll see these are going to be accounts similar to the type of influencer that you were just on. It can either be the type of like aesthetic that influencer has, the type of following account. So for example, if you were to go and do this for Michelle Obama, she might, if you drop down on her, she would probably have more, you know, celebrities and things like that under her drop down suggestions rather than like her. So if you guys get the point. So when you're looking for influencers, if you find an influencer that has 1 million followers and then you drop down, you're going to most likely find influencers that are similar in that type of following count or aesthetic or niche, okay? And so if you're trying to look for a micro influencer, so somebody like between 5 and 10,000 followers, then you want to start with looking for micro influencers and dropping down and looking that way. So I don't know if I'm making sense here, but whoever you're dropping down under the suggestions, you're going to find similar influencers to this influencer that you're currently looking at, okay? So hopefully you guys get what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so you would just do the same thing, decide, okay, see 11,000 followers, and then you would just do the same thing, save a picture, and boom, okay? I'm gonna show you guys just one more quick way on how you guys can find influencers for your brand by going to Big Brands page, because that's where we started. You guys already know you can go to the brands page and then see who they're following, and then, you know, choose from any of the top 20 influencers or people that they're following, and then kind of go down the funnel that I'm teaching you guys. But another thing that you can do is when you're on a brand's page, so let's go to another one. Let's go to Riso's Curls. Is when you go to another brand's page, obviously you can see all of the photos of the people on this brand's page, people who are holding the products and models of those page. Influencers. So what you can do, and what I like to do, is I would just click on it. You can see who it's tagged, or you can see the @ name. Boom, micro influencer. And I'm going to talk about later about working with micro versus like top tier influencers, but she's somebody I would definitely want to work with. She makes great content, she has beautiful hair, and we'll talk later about why I would consider working with her even though she only has 1,400 followers. So same thing, if you're looking for micro influencers, drop down, and most of the time you're going to find influencers that have the same following count, 2,000 followers. She's not really up there. So that is how you're going to find these influencers to work with. Same thing, you guys can keep going through their videos, click on whoever they're working with, and you can see she is somebody who I would definitely want to work with. She makes great content reels, and it, like we're going to talk, it's not always about the follower count, it's about the content, okay? So just remember that later on for the series. But that is pretty much how I look for influencers to work for my brand, okay? So you guys saw the method that I use in order to look for influencers to work for my brand. I showed you guys two different ways, by going one to the brand's page and seeing who they're following and going through their followers list and then going down that tunnel, or you can go like I showed you on Riso's Curls page and go straight to their feed and look at people who obviously they've worked with or that are using their products, because they look like they're people who are into using your type of niche products, so curly hair products. So if you were a makeup brand, you would do the same thing. Go to a big makeup brand, Fenty Beauty, see who they're following, go through their followers, and do the same thing, okay? So it goes for any type of niche. If you sell dog products, you would go to a dog brand and do the same thing, okay? So this is how you find these influencers. Later on in the series, I'm going to teach you guys more on different ways you guys can find influencers, but you also want to remember one thing. Depending on your target audience in your niche, so like for me, the niche is curly hair care products, but I also have a target audience in the type of hair products that I create. So for example, if I was somebody who was making products for like dreadlocks or braids or wigs, like if that was my niche, you would want to make sure you're going to brands that really resonate with those niches. So you would want to try to go to brands that you would want to already go to brands that are like for dreadlocks and braids and kind of go through their followers. So also remember that. So don't be going to like brands that maybe your niche wouldn't really coincide with, if that makes sense. So if you're like an Afro hair care brand, you might not want to be looking for people who have looser hair texture if that's not really who you're targeting. I hope that I'm making sense there. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys learned something, and you guys learned at least how to go and find these influencers and to start creating a little collection, saving these influencers, so that after the next video when I teach you guys what you guys should be saying to these influencers, different ways to get them on your team and to get them interested in working with your brand, that you can have a tracking sheet or some sort of folder of people who you want to work with in the future. And just one little more tip before we close out the video, I also recommend while you're saving these people in your collections, it is really great to actually also have like a Google sheet and save these influencers as well in case they happen to agree. But this is something I'm going to teach you guys later in this series about how to manage and do all of this when it comes to working with influencers. So if you guys like this video, please make sure that you guys do like this video so that I know you guys are excited for this influencer series and I can share my experience with working them so that I can share with you guys on how to grow your brand. And make sure that you guys obviously subscribe to my channel so that you never miss out on another video, and hit the bell notification so you won't miss out and you'll be notified when another video goes live. And make sure that you guys check out all my brands down below in the description box. Support your girl. If you do, use my code Lionessa10, and I'm super excited for the next weekly vlog because a new package just came in for some new products for my hair care line, and I'm super excited because just things are moving and growing, and like so many new things are coming, and I can't wait to share with my channel. So just yeah, so yes, congrats. Thank you guys so much for everybody who subscribed to my channel. We hit 15K. Also, don't forget, I'm doing the Q&A, so send me a question on Instagram, follow me over there, and leave any questions down below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching.